Hello, Cool Cats, and welcome back to the Cool Cat Gang. Today we have two more amazing matches in the Any Pro League. I'm here with the lovely Danster, and we will be your commentators for LightRon versus Pajulu. How are we feeling about this match, Dan?
Very exciting, of course. First match that I'm commentating this season, and always great.
Yeah, me too. It is absolutely great to be back. And in the summertime as well. I feel like we haven't really had an Any League around this time of year, which is super nice. But I do believe we have LightRon here for pre-interviews. So yeah, how are you feeling, LightRon? How have you been preparing for this league?
I don't really know. I had a really bad race yesterday against VGR. He played really well. I didn't. So hopefully I will be playing better tonight. I think I'm more prepared mentally. But
That's
yeah,
good.
we'll see.
Yeah, that's good. And especially with the, I mean, you obviously have quite a significant PB advantage tonight. So hopefully that will come through.
Pajulu's PB is a 59.28, by the way. It's not up to
Oh,
there.
well, never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, still, that's still a good amount.
Yeah.
I don't want to underestimate Pajulu. He's really good at this game. So
Yeah.
anything can happen in a race too. So
Yeah,
I'm
true,
just gonna do my
exactly.
best.
Yeah, and PB doesn't always mean consistency. But
Yeah.
good luck to both of you. I think we are ready to start whenever you guys are. So let's get the countdown going.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
No problem. Best of luck. All right, I'm still trying to find this stat sheet.
Didn't Matsi post it? No, wait. I can send it to you.
Oh, I've got it. Matt's
Okay.
reloading it. Oh, so weird. I'm having problems with YouTube chat today. All right, I've got it. We can have a look at the stats now.
Okay, and they read it up. So we're going
Fantastic.
to start soon.
There we go. Now I've got it. So, what matches have we already had? Do you know, Dan?
In this group, I think it's only been LightRon versus VGR and me versus VGR.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me check if I'm right. Standings. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So, Pajulu's first match, LightRon's second match, and in the other group we got Speed versus. Wait, who was Speed versus Psionic, I believe.
Yeah, I see.
Right. This is not a good list. There. Okay, yeah. Me versus VGR, Buster versus Hotboy, VGR versus LightRon, Psionic versus Speed, Bugfish versus Speed. Yeah. And now Pajulu versus LightRon.
So quite a few already, yeah. Yes, this tournament we have an 8-player first round, which isn't actually something I've seen before. I'm really interested to see how this plays out. So the entire league is split into 2 groups of 8 people, and everyone in each group will play each other, and then I believe it's the top 4 from each with the most wins will move on to the next round.
Yeah, exactly.
So there will be lots and lots of variety in matchups, and everyone will get to play at least 7 matches, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But here we go. I'm not sure if this is just a sync delay, but Pajulu is a good 2 or 3 seconds ahead of LightRon right now.
No, I think that's just because they aren't synced.
Yeah, most likely. I don't think anyone made that significant mistake already.
Yeah, we're probably. I mean, we have the stat sheet for accurate timers.
We do.
Big advantage. Sync delay, yes.
Yeah. Here we are approaching left side. Pajulu with the ledge grab, losing him some time, but he still managed to get the drum drop afterwards and made it up, no problem, so...
Both getting left side.
Oh, the damage on top is not great, though.
That just happens sometimes.
It does, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then when it happens, you have to be careful because the second phase is going to be different.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason, Topper's in a different state when you do that.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you take damage on the Bowser fight. It's just the hats suddenly gain different hitboxes if you take damage once, which can be very annoying.
Or one thing that I find very interesting is dying in snow in one of the sub areas, and then going into another sub area, and you don't have the animation where Mario just walks and you can't do anything, but you can just instantly move.
And all the
Always
cycles are
messes me
different.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some really weird little things in this game that a lot of people don't notice until this kind of level of speedruns.
Yeah. I don't believe we will see any DSS attempts today.
I highly doubt it. DSS is absolutely brutal.
But I'd like to be mistaken.
Alright, looks like LightRon's live data isn't currently coming through in the stat sheet, so we'll have to see if we can fix that to get the head-to-head stats.
No, that happens. That's just due to the plugin.
I see, yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't update correctly. And then probably when LightRon finishes Cascade, we will also get the cap split.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as we can see, neither runner decided to go for DSS, which is perfectly reasonable. It is not an easy or consistent trick. Opting to take the dinosaur instead. I feel like that's something that that kind of these high level runners might even have to practice before a tournament starts, is dino skip, because although it is a beginner strat, if they haven't been doing it in runs for a while, I guess there is a chance of messing it up just because of how long it's been since they've done it. I don't know if it's something you've ever experienced.
I mean, I always go for DSS.
Oh, what, even in races?
Yeah, literally. Since DSS was found, I've never bailed on it ever, so...
Really?
The only reason why I would bail on it, and why I have bailed on it, was because the rock broke. But other than that,
Yeah.
no.
And how has that turned out for you?
Very well, very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm certain I got it more than 50% of the time on first try, and then probably like another 50% of the time at least on second try.
Yeah, okay, because the good thing about DSS is even if you miss it once, if you get it on the second try, you still save 3 or 4 seconds, don't you?
I not with the way I'm doing it, because I
Okay.
like to go back to the normal position to set myself up. So
All the way to the moon platform.
yeah, exactly, because
Okay.
that's just my muscle memory taking over, and I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
So if I mess it up once, it's pretty much tied to just not doing it.
But now we are going to see the first out of bounds clip in the run.
But
One of
only
many.
from LightRon.
Pajulu
Looks-
going for the
looks
must
good
be
though.
last moon.
Yeah, nice.
But there you go. He managed to use the moon to push Mario outside of bounds. Oh, he took damage on the chain chomp, which loses even more to LightRon since he took the slower final moon. But I mean, all in all, the cap and cascades from these runners have been absolutely fine, despite the mistakes on Pajulu's end. He will only most likely be 5-6 seconds behind, I think. The real first make or break point of the run is coming up now, though, because Sand Kingdom is very, very difficult, especially with the new route that was discovered, what was it, a year ago? A bit more than
Yeah, a bit more than a year.
that? Yeah.
Oh, okay, so apparently LightRon just didn't split for cap.
Okay. Right, yeah, that's... Well, there you go. So LightRon is 7 seconds ahead of Pajulu right now, which is a pretty good lead for the first 2 kingdoms. But again, this, yeah, the new route in Sand with platform clip is very, very, very difficult. Because one mistake in basically the whole kingdom, and it can throw all of your cycles off, and you can use a lot of time.
Right, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, LightRon is going for reverse town. Pajulu is not.
Pajulu opting to take the slightly easy town route, yeah. The rest town only says about 1 second.
Yeah, 1 to 2.
1 or 2 seconds, but it is quite a bit harder than a normal route mostly because of that movement just there that LightRon just did. Which isn't easy to get.
So much harder than it looks. Like it's
yeah. You think it's just a spin pound spin throw, but
Yeah,
it
no,
is really, really tight.
It's so tight, and
Yeah.
the pod is really weird.
And what we're about to see LightRon doing is one of the most impressive strats in the run, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
This one blew me
is
away
hard,
for a
and it
while.
also looks hard.
Yeah. Which is to grab the bird in midair like that, and not land back down.
This
to
also
flex
has
moon.
so many nuances that you don't really know unless you know, like, unless you tried it.
Exactly, yeah.
Like if you throw Cappy too close to the bird, Cappy
It
will
locks
just
up your inputs.
home
doesn't it?
in immediately to the bird, and you can't get a rainbow spin. It's so
Yeah.
stupid. You have to delay it. Ugh. Oh, very nice. Doing the Sharana bounce. I've not seen many
Yeah,
people
that's
other
a
than
really difficult move.
other
Yeah.
than me and Tyrone do it. I don't think it's that hard, but it's just nobody else does it, I feel like.
Yeah. Here we go, heading to the first Dram strat in the run. It looks absolutely fine for LightRon. So you should be teleporting back up there. Pajulu's sending out Cappy, ready for it. Oh! Pajulu shook the control just a little bit too early and warped up already. That's going to mess up some things for the whole rest of the kingdom, because now he's going to have to grab a later bullet bill, and the platform will be on a different cycle, which might mess him up later.
Yeah. Also, the platform cycle, a lot of people don't know that, already starts there when you like do Dram, and the thing is that the platform can be in a different spots, so you need to like look where
Exactly.
the platform is, so you can manipulate the camera correctly later. It's quite annoying.
Which can then make the very, very difficult and tight fence jump even worse if you're trying to move around the camera while doing it.
Yeah. Also, LightRon missed the coins, but I mean he's going to Sphinx anyway. So.
Yeah, that's a really good thing about this route, is that you really don't have to worry too much about coins. But there you go. He got that fence jump.
That's a hard cycle.
And we'll
Maybe.
see if he makes this.
Nah,
I don't
no
think
way,
he
no
will.
way.
Oh,
He
just
could
missing it.
made it like if he tried the wall grab list, but that's really tight.
Really, really tight. Getting the second platform flip cycle, but losing. That was about 11 or 12 seconds, I think.
It's not that much. No.
Also missing the cycle.
It's not like that many seconds. It's like, I don't know, 6. The cycle.
It was about 10. If you
Cycle
missed it
doesn't
right
lose-
as it comes.
Cycle doesn't take that long.
Okay.
No, you're not supposed to miss the 50 coin chest, but it also doesn't matter if you do.
Yeah, because you just grab a few more coins in the Sphinx room.
Technically,
As long as you have 100
it's
by
still
weight,
better
okay.
to get it, because then you don't have to get the coins in Sphinx, which can lose you time.
Yeah, exactly.
Barely anything. It's like 1 extra cap throw, and if you do it correctly, even that doesn't lose time.
There we go. Absolutely not a fantastic sand from either run, but again, no major mistakes apart from the platform cycles, which, as we said, are really, really
For
hard to
LightRon, that was the
manipulate.
only mistake. Pajulu,
Pajulu did the early Dram as well, which is going to put him quite far behind, probably about 20 seconds.
LightRon got a 10-16 standstill. That's very, very
That's
fast.
really, really, really good. Yeah.
He only lost the second to PB. Interesting.
Oh, really? Wow. Pretty good pace of him then.
And a 10-34 by Pajulu. So Pajulu actually only lost 10 seconds to LightRon.
Yeah. Well, Pajulu's platform cycle wasn't quite as unfortunate as LightRon, but
That first moon can mess you up. Alright, let's see
that would be
if
really,
they go
really
for
weird.
triple jump.
Ooh, missing Cappy with the roll. Not a huge deal. Still managing to get this up, no problem.
Let's see if LightRon will go for triple jump leg clip. At least attempt it, maybe. Nope.
No, just heading straight into the moon. Yeah, so this trick they're about to see LightRon doing, which is a pretty advanced trick called late clip. Recently it was found...
Ooh, Pajulu, what?
Pajulu?
How did that even happen? No, don't... Wait,
diving straight into the water.
I wouldn't even know what to do there. I think getting back up is actually correct.
Yeah.
No, oh my god.
Pajulu.
So that's so unfortunate.
Yeah,
but
that's not
also
a mistake that is very commonly done. So
yeah, no, that's a movement.
No backup for it.
Yeah, that's a movement where you have no idea. Oh, what?
Oh,
maybe.
Oh
yes.
My gosh. Well, that is one way to take back some of that time loss.
For a second, I thought he missed the checkpoint.
It was close. It was close. So yeah, triple jump late clip was discovered relatively recently, within the last year and a half or so, and it basically involves cap throwing right before you hit the moon. It's about a 2-frame window, I think.
Yeah.
And you can perform a moon clip there instead of the edge clip that we usually do. And again, really, really tight timing, but it saves around 5 or 6.
That many? I think I saved 4 on my gold with it so far.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the setup and everything, of course.
But triple jump like triple jump clips are so weird because they completely work opposite of normal moon clips. Normal moon clips you want to hold against the wall, and then for triple clips you want to hold away from the wall on your cap throw, and it's just
Yeah,
it
because
feels
you have
so
to,
wrong
you have to
at
triple
first.
jump towards the moon, and then like 2 or 3 frames before you hit the moon, you flick the control stick away from the wall and cap throw, and that just it feels very, very unnatural to do, and it's really, really tight timing.
Yeah. Also, Pajulu did the camera clip. Saves
Yeah, I saw that going
a
for every
little bit
point.
if you do it fast, but I think because he missed it once, it probably lost a bit of time.
Yeah. There we go. LightRon's already heading into Wooded while Pajulu watches the last cutscenes, and like he definitely lost a lot of time there due to that mistake at the beginning. And although he did save some of it back with the triple clip and the first person trick,
that doesn't
it does
really
not
do
even
anything.
put a dent in what happened.
Yeah. But still, he only lost 10 seconds again, which for the mistake that he made isn't even that bad.
But only 10 seconds isn't too bad until it's 10 seconds in every kingdom, because right now he is almost 30 behind with LightRon, because these mistakes do add up.
But, you know, Wooded can do
Wooded
anything.
can do very crazy things. I mean, if Pajulu was confident enough to go for triple jump late clip, maybe we'll see some of the other triple clips which are in this kingdom. But they have only been added into any percent very, very recently. The last few
Those are
months.
so horrible.
Because they are much harder than the late one.
I'm still convinced that Maze Clip is easier than TypeScript though.
I've heard that, yeah. I've heard a lot of people saying that it's better.
TypeScript just has no indication of any inputs.
Yeah.
For Maze Clip you can at least stick to the wall, and you roughly know when to press buttons. TypeScript is just
exactly. Here we go. Coming up to Nut Clip now, the fourth outbound clip on the run. Yeah. Getting without a problem. Much easier timing than the other clips we've been talking about.
Yeah, not going for the long jump. I very much understand that. I'm not a long jump out of bounds enjoyer. I do
really?
it, but
That's
not in
amazing.
races.
Yeah.
But I also only now started doing it, like, after my 57.
Pajulu. Oh, it's fine. It was a very strange setup for Nut Clip, but he made it. He also has some very nice movement up to the nut with a spin throw roll cancel. Okay, I'm making back in bounds.
Yeah, but Pajulu, I feel like he has like really good movement, and then he just
makes lots of mistakes.
Yeah, he's just not consistent. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, and he might be a runner that might break through very soon and get into the really top level runners, but for now I think consistency just isn't there.
You just need the consistency. Like
exactly.
I know a lot of people who have very good summer fests, and then they just don't get consistent at the strats they're doing. For example, Beat I think has a 56 song, and then he's at like 58, 46.
Right, yeah. Same with Goryuya. He's a 56, 16 song.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah, and then a 58, 16 PB, which at that level, playing 2 minutes off your sod isn't exactly what you're aiming for.
Yeah, no. I'm always aiming for around a minute or a little less at least.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common. Pajulu got the really nice triple jump off the ramp there, which requires some very, very precise jump inputs. FRS.
Okay.
Taking ledge grab, but a
Not
very
even going
nice
to the
back up.
first person, so that's better. I started playing around with the double roll boost strat there, and it's not as bad as I thought, but it's still bad.
Yes, yeah, so I heard about that.
No, oh my god. Okay, Pajulu, nice trick jump.
That save, yeah. That is a difficult one to pull off. Yeah, missing the hat there, missing that RCB can be really, really bad because you have to do the homing cap throw like Pajulu did. It's a triple throw homing cap throw is the only way to save yourself from dying there. And he's obviously practiced that because he got it without a problem. But yeah, that is a really bad mistake to make if you don't.
Pretty sure you can barely make it with a normal rainbow spin as well, but that's a lot closer.
Very, very close, yeah.
Okay,
Interestingly enough, he doesn't do the full stun cancel.
Yeah, very interesting. That's probably slower than just going for a bounce on one of the NPCs.
Most likely. There we go. Absolutely nailing the pipe cycle. LightRon and heading out of the kingdom, and Pajulu is just entering.
Oh, I need to do that. I need to do that. That was so smart. And I never thought of that before.
Oh, Pajulu missed a spin pound, which means that now he might not be able to make the pipe cycle. It should be okay if he does the slightly slower one, but
yeah, no, it's fine.
can't
Like
make the
he
fast
can't
one
get
anymore.
the normal one for sure.
Yeah. Just taking the more beginner or intermediate cycle there.
The start of pipes is so weird when you try to go for the faster cycle because the spin pound, it doesn't want to work sometimes. You get so many different inputs that just aren't what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Alright, well, Wooded was pretty successful for both runners. And I was about to say we're going to Lost. I completely forgot about Cloud.
Cloud's so boring.
As a lot of people do. Missing Cloud Boost and just your typical Bowser fight.
Yeah, no worries, we got rid of Cloud Boost in the stat sheet, so
Okay.
replaced it with ICC. Much more
Of course,
interesting.
yeah.
Ooh, missing the hit dirt. So he has to get some coins later. I think Pajulu has so many coins that he doesn't even need to get a hint dirt anymore.
Yeah, that would be...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely fine. LightRon, I think, will move another hint out.
Yeah, because
if he's
he
he
just missed the hint dirt in Cloud, so he will need to get the one in platform.
Yeah. And the advantage of getting one in Cloud is because you get it while you're waiting for Bowser to jump across the platform, so it doesn't actually lose any time, even though you have to go out your way. But in Metro, you do have to go out your way to grab a few extra
It
coins.
only loses a second. It's not that
It's a
bad.
second or two, but
Yeah. Pajulu messing up the manipulation a little bit, but also doesn't lose that much.
I think a good 59 Wooded exit combo would be around an 18 1x or so.
For a first sub hour, yeah, but
Yeah, I feel like a high 59.
But if you're like LightRon, you can definitely sub hour a high 18 or at least a mid.
Yeah.
Like he had an 18-18 Wooded exit right now, and his PPT is still a 58-26. So, you know, that's still 1.5 minutes in between. So, yeah, he can definitely, even with a high 18.
Now, Lost actually is one of my favorite kingdoms. I don't know about you, Dan, but I think the movement in it is just so cool. Every single bit, especially the high level.
It's cool when it works.
Yeah, yeah, because it is so condensed. It's one of the shortest in the run, but it has some of the most advanced movement and so much of it. Yeah. Almost every single bit is quite difficult.
My favorite kingdom is Wooded, though. It's just when Wooded works, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I feel like in Lost, it's like you make one small mistake and you can't really back it up.
Exactly, because you fall into the poison and die, or you hit a spot that will cause Klepto to activate, and then you lose Cappy.
And in Wooded, if you make small mistakes, you can still get a good time. Like the other day, I was like, holy crap, I made so many mistakes, and it was a 458. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And in Lost, if you make a single mistake, it will lose you like, I don't know, 3 seconds at least.
Exactly, it's very, very punishing. Oh, Julie almost missed the last moon. But other than that, those Lost Kings were just about as good as it gets.
Yeah, that was insanely close.
Yeah.
that dive was also like a frame before he touched the poison or something.
Yeah, I just watched that back on the stream, and that was that was very scary.
Also, LightRon still had a sub 22 lost exit. That's actually pretty good.
That was very impressive. Yeah, I also noticed he didn't do the camera manip at the start of Night Metro, where you can turn it.
I sometimes just forget to do that.
Yeah,
so that happens.
it may well have been a mistake, but does make it a bit harder to get that line.
Yeah.
Just a rain bounce, the awning jump though.
Yeah, LightRon is only 22 seconds behind PB. That's actually
He's
pretty
doing
good.
really, really well right now. Bit of a strange line to the pole for Pajulu, but still made it without falling off, which is all that matters. Let's see if he goes for the Shrine Bounce here too. No, just taking the easiest round the awning, which is absolutely reasonable.
Yeah, Pajulu, I feel like he's not that like it's not clear when he goes for hard strats and when.
Yeah,
not.
that's what I'm thinking, because more towards the start of the run he was going for absolutely everything.
Or like triple jump leg clip and stuff, and even got it, and then he does
Yeah.
the awning jump, which in my opinion, I mean, it doesn't save as much time, I guess, but it's easier than triple jump.
It's definitely easier, yeah. We do see him going for Goomba Hex though.
I mean, pretty much everyone in the
Exactly.
league will be going for.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he did mess up the Shrine Bounce out, which meant that he had to just ride the platform up.
Oh, those were
really
some
falling
quick
down.
shots from LightRon. Damn. I'm not that good at the first phase. Like I always lose the second to a really good one, just because I don't want to miss a shot.
Yeah, I think it's because a lot of the time on the first phase, if you miss a shot, your tank overheats, which
Yeah.
can just lose so much time.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
I don't
actually
want
worth
that to
taking
happen.
slower. Yeah. Yeah, see, Pajulu taking a bit slower, and that is definitely much safer strat.
Alright, let's see if LightRon can get a good cycle and execute it well. Okay, shoot in the middle where he crosses. Yeah, nice.
Oh,
It was a good spot, a little
he
bit
missed.
lower.
Oh, he missed all of the bubbles there.
Okay, he can get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Obviously, still making the 2-cycle, but that lost a lot of time.
he should have put a little bit lower and to the right. That would have been the right spot, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait, the right spot is on the right side of the 8s.
Honestly, Dan, you're speaking gibberish to me.
Oh, that's one of the best cycles that Pajulu got there.
Yeah, unfortunately, also not playing it too well, missing 3 shots now, actually. But obviously still making the
That's one of the
2-cycle.
most easily predictable, which is always nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the sort of level where runners will be going and actually trying to memorize as many of the different wiggler patterns as possible. There are 22, I believe.
Yeah.
But if you memorize where to shoot for every single one, you can end up saving a lot of time.
On average, apparently, especially because I mean,
Yes,
you can
yeah,
always
exactly.
get lucky and get a good one, but if you get a good one every time,
Yeah, and especially for a race like this, like if you can consistently save time on wiggler every single time, and your opponent doesn't do that, then it could be a good like 5 seconds or more.
yeah. Nice, good clip. I like the start of Damage Raw. It starts getting weird after Bench Friend, but before
Yeah.
that, I really like it.
I mean, Day Metro as a whole is a really weird split because it is definitely one of the hardest, and a lot of runners complain a lot about it, but there's nothing in it that's actually that difficult. I feel like there's a lot of just really weird hitboxes and strange stuff going
Yeah.
on. It's just very easy to lose 3
Reverse
seconds
people's
here.
goal. Oh.
Well, that's true, yeah. But I mean, outside of that, it just seems to be a few seconds here, a few seconds there, and it's really hard to just kind of nail everything in one day.
I'm interested to see if they're going to do the new bullet building strat.
Oh, the one where you jump on the bullet bill.
Yeah,
Oh, that one's horrible.
I learned it and it's really not bad.
Really?
It's not hard. No.
But it involves turning the camera like at the start of the room and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's like
Yeah.
you can learn that really quickly.
Yeah, if you've already got the muscle memory nailed of like the first moon, then I can imagine it wouldn't be too
Like
hard.
I learned it a few days ago, and then the next day I had a race, and I did it in the race and got it.
Yeah, LightRon
So, like-
isn't going for it, unfortunately. Maybe Pajulu will, because I want to actually see it now.
Ooh, missing slots though.
Yeah, that's a big time loss.
I don't understand
Almost
why people
missing it
shouldn't
again.
jump there. Like, just
I do a jump there.
walk.
I find it much easier.
That's
But
normal
I
for.
spin throw I spin throw the wrong way, so
Oh, okay, maybe that's
that's why I do it.
But-
Yeah,
but usually you don't want to jump there.
yeah. If you spin throw anti-clockwise, which I'm not sure what Pajulu does, but
Okay. No, if you spin
Nah.
through clockwise, you don't want to jump.
if you spin throw clockwise, you don't want to jump. If you spin
Yeah.
throw anti-clockwise, you do.
All right. Also, Pajulu, I think is going for it. I think I saw the camera moving.
He turned it sideways.
Yeah.
Yes, look at that.
Nice. Let's go. See, it's
Very
not that
good.
hard.
Yeah. If Pajulu can do it, you can do it, chat.
Yeah, Pajulu is only a mid 50 man run. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Damn, I'm just watching that back on the restream. It is so clean. It is a really nice strat.
Let's see, LightRon getting the coins.
Getting the hint out, yeah.
Remember.
Good thing you didn't forget.
Now I'm interested if Pajulu is also going for reverse triple swarm.
Yeah, and I wonder what strat they'll do.
There are 3 different ones now.
Alright, yeah, LightRon isn't going for it, which is very reasonable. It's not a nice strat at all. I mean, what's the third one? There's a triple jump that's bouncing on the guy.
And then, yeah, so there's the triple jump on the bin.
Yeah,
Then there's the spin pound, roll cancel, which is the fastest. And then there's one which is in between the two, which I started doing now, where you just you basically start it the same way as you would if you don't do the reverse people swarm,
hmm
but you just do a cap return jump when you should start rolling, and land on a pedestrian then, and then just continue with that. And it's so much easier in my opinion, and it only loses like 0.2 to the spin pound strat, and still saves like 1 second over the triple jump on the bin strat.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's definitely something that I've seen. I mean, reverse people in general is something I've only really been seeing a lot more in runs recently, and I think that's after the kind of bouncing on the people was made a lot more well known and popular.
Yeah, I'm still very bad at it though, but yeah, I'm starting to implement it.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy one. I've tried to do it a couple of times, and it's not gone well.
Alright, I don't expect any ICC enjoyers.
No, yeah, ICC is something that has become a lot more RTA viable recently due to a first-person setup that was found, and it went from being a trick that
We've literally had that set up since day one, but no, it's just
no
that-
one did it, really.
Yeah, nobody wanted to do it.
I see.
It's just because it's such an annoying trick.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
definitely
I
been
never
a lot more
understood
common
the
recently.
sentiment. I never understood the sentiment where people were like, "Yeah, this is never going to be in runs." I was like, "What are you talking about? We even have a setup."
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's because only people really knew about the setupless one that it's definitely not very viable for runs at
No,
all.
that's not viable.
But yeah, quite a lot recently. A lot of people have been going for the first-person setup for it.
I predict that Danny Geffen will go for setupless a few times though.
Oh, really?
For-
Well,
for-
he's coming up in the next match, I think. So.
Yeah, for some
hold you to
reason
that.
he's really good at it. Like I was doing races with him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going for setupless SC." I was like, "Are you crazy?" And he got it first try. I was like, "What the hell?"
Wow.
I think he got like a 480 or something.
Apparently people were doing a setup in the freshman tourney, which was one that I was in, 3 years ago now? That's insane.
It's just nobody really wanted to. Also, I think both runners got the clip.
They did, yeah. Both runners got Moonclip. And LightRon almost with a perfect poison room, but did unfortunately miss Spiny Minute at the end.
Well, Snow Comp Sub isn't going to happen unless you do setupless SSC, and that's still something that nobody wants to do. But yeah, no, nobody is going for it in this race for sure.
Yeah, they've already skipped the shop moon because you do have to reroute the whole kingdom.
It's such a big commitment as well.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, that's part of the problem with it, is that you can't just kind of try
like
it once, and if you miss it, just do the normal strat, or like change your mind halfway through. Like, you have
I
to know
learned
from
it.
the start.
I learned it and I'm relatively consistent at it, but there's no way I'm very good at races yet.
Yeah,
No way.
exactly. It sounds like something Spezzy would do, Saren.
Oh my god, that was so close.
Oh, wow. That ledge grab saved his life. Yeah, taking a death there would mean going and stacking up the Goombas again and activating the button.
Yeah, very big time loss if that happens. Alright, LightRon coming up to Snowdram now.
Yeah, Snowdram, the infamous frame perfect trick.
Yeah, frame and pixel perfect.
Frame and pixel, sub frame and
pixel.
pixel perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn,
just
first
make
try,
it.
wow.
Yeah, first try, wow.
Ooh, and a very good RCB.
Yeah, that snow was really, really good from LightRon.
I did not
I'm interested to see what
see
the
any
final time
mistakes, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only mistake was Spiny Minute that I saw.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone clip that, you got the frame perfect trick. Are we gonna see it twice? No way, Pajulu's going for it. Oh no.
Come on, Pajulu, you got it.
Oh!
Delay
I
it.
believe.
Yeah, there we go. Failing Snowdram? Nah, failing the setup for Snowdram?
Proving
Yeah.
my theory that the Snowdram setup is harder than the trick. I fail so much more on that setup than the actual jump.
It's because it's not because it's that hard, but it's because you're like mentally preparing for Snowdram,
Exactly,
and then
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
Also, LightRon had a 431.
431. That's pretty good.
Not that bad, yeah. But I thought it would have been a 4
I thought it would have been a 2x, yeah.
Yeah, the difference between them right now is 47 seconds out of snow, so
Yeah,
LightRon
pretty big.
widening the
pretty
gap
big.
a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Pajulu hasn't made any huge mistakes like he was in early game for a while, but I think it's just really just a couple seconds here and a couple seconds there, because LightRon is playing really, really well.
Yeah, still only 25 seconds behind PB. And that's, you have to think about it. He didn't do DSS, and in his PB he did, so if you disregard that, that's only 15 seconds lost.
Exactly. And if you got a good platform clip cycle, then we're looking at less than 10.
Yeah, so really has been playing very well.
Very, very well.
Nice. Oh, don't clip him.
Might be clipping
Don't
back
move
down.
the stick. Don't move the stick. Yeah, nice.
He knows what to do.
Moving the stick there is a very bad mistake that a lot of people are making at the start when they learn it.
Yeah, because you
they're
think,
like
I'm about
trying to
back
hold
in
back.
bounds. Let me hold back out of bounds,
Yeah,
but for
but
some
that's
reason
the,
it just makes
that's
the
the
fish
worst
go
mistake you can make,
Yeah.
because the fish will still have some momentum, and if you just don't touch the stick, he will stay exactly where
in.
he is.
Exactly. Very nice of you to actually that, truly.
So yeah, unless you really know what you're doing, just don't touch it, and you will most likely stay out of bounds.
Exactly.
That's early change of pace tips we're giving here.
Yeah, we can't spoil too much. And just like that, it's luncheon time. I reckon luncheon is the hardest split in the run. A lot of people argue between luncheon and wooded being the hardest, but I think at this level, luncheon just it's just so punishing.
The only reason why I would agree with that is because it's so much further in the room.
That's also true,
but-
yeah.
But if they were at the same time, then I think I would put Wooden Turtle.
You know what, yeah, I think that's reasonable. But yeah, because when you're entering luncheon is kind of when you'll be looking at your best possible time and thinking, this run might be able to PB, and this is the point where you'll kind of start to get that in your head. And then, you know, for such a difficult kingdom to come up at that point, it's really, really daunting.
Yeah, being on 57 pace into Luncheon is horrible. I can tell you that. It's absolutely horrible.
I can tell you being on 56 pace is
Yeah,
even
yeah.
worse.
Yeah. But if you're playing, especially as Mario, I think that's.
Yeah.
that's
No,
just
you're right,
so
you're
much
right.
worse. It's absolutely horrible. Please don't ever be in that situation. you don't
If
want
you're
it.
an
believe
SMO
me.
runner and you have around a 59, stop playing the game right there.
Please, for your own sake.
LightRon.
Overshooting
Off
the
the
platform
edge,
a little bit.
going all the way back to try again. I think that is the best backup. I'm not quite sure what one play
Yeah.
backups look like.
Ooh, yeah, no, should work.
Alright,
Okay,
backing
very,
it up, but
Oh,
that,
God,
oh,
very jank, but it
that
worked.
already loses all of the time that Spiel's Luncheon saves. So now it's just going to be kind of a race against trying to minimize the time loss and do damage control on that. Because that's
Yeah.
one of the worst things that can happen.
That's certainly the biggest mistake we've seen LightRon doing in the
Yeah,
whole
and he
run.
messed up Forkless too.
That doesn't do that much, though. Like
No, but it's not off to a great start.
he still has quite a big buffer. Okay, Pajulu also going for
Missed the roll cancel.
zero at last.
This
If he
looks
gets it
fine
there, this is going to be
now. Yeah, that's absolutely
time
fine.
safe. Yeah.
Tons and tons of room. Alright, that saves quite a lot of time over LightRon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate thing about messing up a big reroute that early on is it's just like, you kind of think like, well, if I just didn't go for Spiritless, then I might have been able to get a better time.
Unlikely because for oh no,
Pajulu!
he's dead.
What?
Oh my god, that
so
would have been an
close.
insane save.
If he hit Cappy there, that would have been amazing.
But yeah, I think that most runners who do Spearless are so used to it that
That's
not
true.
going for
They're
it.
not going for it. Yeah, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
Pajulu, he had that time save with getting the first jump, but just lost it all and more with that.
We haven't seen a good Luncheon yet in the league.
No, and like I said, this is reinforcing my opinion that it's the hardest.
I think the best one was a 601 so far, which is not really that great.
No, yeah. Because that's the kind of time that a 59 runner might be able to get without Spiritless.
Nah, it's not a 601. Maybe like a 604 at very best.
Yeah.
But that's I think my goal before Spiritless was a 607.
I don't know. I don't really have too much like knowledge on that. I know that Doge Cyanide has a 601 and he has a 5932. But...
I remember when I got a 610 and it was Comsoft.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going for a 610 in ILs right now.
And I think
so
before
punishing.
my 610 I had my goal was like a 615. I was like, yeah, gold per 5 seconds. Easy Comsoft, no problem.
Yeah. Alright, coming up for LightRon is what I think is one of the, if not the coolest strat in the run to watch, which is the invisible block jump.
Really not as hard as people think, but
It's not, but like if you don't know where this block is, or if you haven't seen this strat before, this is absolutely mind-blowing.
let's see if Flash can get it.
That looks good. Absolutely no problems. Hitting the invisible blocks with Cappy and landing on them. Yeah, it's definitely not one of the hardest strats in this kingdom, although it does look like it. But basically, those are you're meant to be able to hit them just with Mario after you bring up the islands in the middle there, because there's a little platform underneath it. But bringing up those islands is slow, and Nintendo just decided to leave the invisible blocks there when the islands aren't there, because they were like, who's gonna find them?
Yeah, weirdly enough, the hardest trick in Luncheon isn't even one of the ones that people might think.
Crazy ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you see Spiritless and you're like, oh, damn, that's such a hard jump. You see Invisible jump, you're like, oh my god, that looks so hard. But the hard part is turnips.
I was about to say turnips, yeah. Obviously, I don't do Spiritless in my runs, but you have to do that turnip zoom and darker, and I don't think I've gotten it once. Really, really tight. Oh, Pajulu was gonna overshoot the triple jump, so he did go back before it's too late.
Ooh, okay.
With a great backup. Really well done there.
Yeah, I think I always go way further back because I'm not sure how to do it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really, really good stuff for being able to tell right away that he wasn't going to make it and trying again. There we go. LightRon has such a big lead out of Luncheon. It is going to need a pretty big mistake on his end and very, very good late game on Pajulu's end for Pajulu to take the lead.
Oh my god! What even happened?
Oh my gosh!
I saw it, but I still don't really
He
saw what happened.
He just swam past the platform, I think. I'm going to watch back again on the restream. Oh, he undershot. It looks like he held back a little bit.
Yeah, he undershot, but I don't really understand how it happened. Because
Dying again.
just holding forward doesn't really make it.
It looks like he lost a lot of speed with the magma bubble, which means he either held neutral or held back for whatever reason. And unfortunately, because he wasn't used to backup, he could die again. That is a big time loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is recoverable for Pajulu.
It's always technically recoverable.
It's always technically recoverable, but
it's not over till it's over.
Not over till it's over, no.
Oh, that triple jump strat. It looks so cool. I really need to learn it.
Alright, well, both runners are in ruin now. The certified auto scroller of SMO, although you will get mad at me.
Not true, not true.
I knew it. But I guess now's a good time to just thank everybody who's here watching for being here. Obviously, the switch to YouTube has been quite a big change, and the logistics of it are still in the works. But if you can but if you haven't already, if you could give the live stream a like and the channel a sub, and maybe just send the stream just in any Discord servers that you're in, or to a friend who likes speedruns of this game, that would really help us to grow from here, because starting fresh on a new platform is an easy thing to do.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we appreciate all of you guys being here, and if you would like to contribute to the prize pool, I believe that's there with that command. There you go, yeah, the second link there. If you'd like to contribute to the prize pool, add to the competitiveness of this league, even just $1 or $2 would be an absolutely huge help. Because if everyone did that, we'd be able to have some serious stakes for this league.
Give us your money.
Give us your money, guys.
This actually goes to the CCG staff, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah. The runners had to sign an NDA.
Yeah. Saren is so rich, you can't even...
He's rolling in it.
Yeah. CCG gate.
CCG gate. Yeah. Just like that, LightRon is heading into Bowser's Kingdom. My personal favorite kingdom. I love Bowser's. I think it's really cool. I think it's such a good kind of like climax to the run, in terms of like the actual atmosphere, the music, but also the difficulty and the strats. I think it's just a really good penultimate kingdom in the game.
Yeah, I like it. Especially bunnies.
Bunnies, yeah.
Bunnies
Bunnies is
is-
very punishing, but very
Bunnies
fun
is
when
by
you do it
far
right.
my most favorite part to practice, for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
It's so
I agree
fun.
with you. Ooh, he went for the triple jump Shireen bounce there. It's a really, really difficult strat. So I'm not surprised he bonked, unfortunately.
I mean, really no harm right now for LightRon to go for
Exactly, yeah. He
small
definitely
things.
has the wiggle room.
as long as he doesn't like go for big stuff that can lose very much time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's always the conflict right now when you're this far ahead. Is like you could just play it really safe, lose a couple of seconds, make the gap a bit smaller, but just make sure that you don't lose your lead. Or you could use that extra time you have to kind of go for the big things, showboat a little.
And for those small, like, he messed it up a little bit, lost like 2 seconds. That doesn't really make a difference.
Exactly,
If
yeah.
he doesn't make big mistakes. So why not go for those small things?
Yeah, I've always said races are honestly more of a mental game than like actual skill. Because obviously there is a lot of skill involved, but there is so much just in terms of controlling your nerves, figuring out kind of what strats you need to do, and not getting too caught up in it. It's a really difficult thing that a lot of people underlook.
LightRon got Braveless.
Kind of.
Yeah,
He's very far away from the moon.
But... yeah, that's the old strat.
Is it? Okay, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, no, like the strat we do now is with a spin pound where you go to the spot of the moon before he even spawns. But the old strat was just cap throwing in the direction and then diving towards the moon. And yeah, it saves like a second to do the new way.
Yeah, Pajulu nailed the triple jump that LightRon missed, but then missed the triple jump on the Ogre Island, but that's a lot smaller of a time loss. And now LightRon is heading towards the bunnies fights.
Yes, Harriet.
Ah, Harriet first.
Very nice.
Yeah, although Harriet is definitely... Okay, that is the weirdest setup for Zarbon that I've ever seen. But I mean, if it works, it works. Really, really cool strat that involves kind of freezing one of the bombs in midair so you can instantly hit Harriet on the second phase. It looks super cool, and it's actually not that difficult.
Also, my most favorite trick in the game.
It's a really, really cool trick. It's a lot of fun to pull off. And of course, he hits the last phase. Really good Harriet. And Topper is a bit of a pushover, so hopefully there shouldn't be any big slip-ups there. I think Pajulu's also going to be going for Birdless here. No, he's not.
No!
That's heartbreaking.
Just don't
And
recapture.
losing... He just lost almost a second there to turning the camera early. I wonder what his reasoning for that was, if it was intended at all. Because just one of the little weird time saves that there are in this game is if you don't center the camera before the moon spawns there, and then center after the moon spawns, it skips a camera panning animation that saves about a second. There you go. But almost flawless bunnies from LightRon. Really, really good stuff. He doesn't split for bunnies, so I can't say.
I mean, he split for the.
Oh, never mind.
But not in this beginning.
Yeah, I see. Oh, I see. Yeah. All right, going around the edge.
Oh, I was about to say he could go for Pipless, but no, he can't.
Yeah, certainly broke the crate. And now doing the blind jump over the big gap.
Blind jump has become so much easier since it's not blind anymore. If you do it right.
What do you mean by that? Like you do Pipless?
No. But like it used to be way blinder than it is now.
What does this mean?
Because we didn't know that you could turn the camera. If you
Oh, really?
So it was like completely blind until you were on the platform.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Yeah, you do have to center the camera relatively late during the jump to get it to turn.
Yeah, and you have
sometimes
to be far left. And
Yeah, exactly.
we didn't know that for a long time, so we went like that,
Yeah,
a
it's like
direct
the
line.
tightest line possible. Then
Yeah.
you can see where you're going.
Yeah.
And yeah, it can be
we
really
started
scary
with
if you don't manage to get the right positioning, and then the camera won't turn for that jump, and you just have to dive into the void and hope that you land on the platform.
Yeah, if you try to send it and then it doesn't work, that's even worse because then
Yeah,
you're
that's the
already
worst thing can
holding.
happen. Yeah.
Then you're already holding the wrong position with the stick, and you don't even have the distance anymore.
Yeah.
Right, let's
Again,
see.
an easy strat with a lot of nuances.
Let's do normal here.
Ooh.
A little bit too far to the
Yeah,
right.
he was
but it
very far right, but he was fast enough that it didn't matter.
Also, he almost fell off earlier at Topper.
I saw that, yeah, he bonked to land on the other platform, but I mean, usually that doesn't mean you fall off.
Yeah.
Alright, Pajulu getting a much cleaner crates, also not doing pipeless. Hopefully this blind jump will go well. And if you have a look, he's going to be going very far. Well, he did not go far left.
I mean, that's still further left than we used to.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, except for the small mistake at Topper, pretty good mech split from LightRon.
Very good mech split, yeah.
I think
I
he
mean,
also
altogether, this
one
Bowser's
extra
been
capture
really,
to
really
back to
good.
crates, but
Yeah, he accidentally broke 3 crates, but not a big time loss. Yeah, the statue is amazing combo.
shoutouts to Matty.
Shoutouts to Nazi. Here we go. Let's see if Pajulu gets a better top required. There you go. See Pajulu landing straight on top and spin pounding him there. Really, really nice strat.
Right, and LightRon definitely easily sub-hourable.
Yeah, this run is very, very good for LightRon. Exactly what you'd be looking for.
Yeah.
Even if Pajulu played really well today, I think he still would have struggled to keep up
Yeah.
with LightRon.
If LightRon gets a good moon, he can still beat Pajulu's PB.
Exactly, yeah. Which, you know, is heartbreaking as that can be for Pajulu. I think a lot of times it's also a little bit better
Yeah, because
afterwards.
then
where
you're
you
like,
say,
I couldn't have done anything.
yeah,
anyway.
exactly. Like, I made all these mistakes, but it doesn't matter because
Like when I race
LightRon
against
just played better.
when I race against Haroon and he just gets a 57 1x, I'm like, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Very wide vector there for LightRon, but still made it onto the platform, so no worries.
There's so many ways that you can make those vectors and it doesn't lose time. It's very interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you can go so far left and it's like, alright, I didn't even lose time to it.
Not going for the spin pound, but he will be doing the one more jump in case skip strat. Ah, and takes a bonk.
Yeah, he was too far left. The world is
Okay.
very weird there.
Yeah,
Go further right. Oh,
so that's still a bit far left.
yeah, it was too far left still, but he still
Just made it.
Like if you're that far left, you need to be way higher.
I see.
Also, don't spin pound in the chapel, please. Never spin pound in the chapel.
Yeah, that's generally a mistake that a lot of new runners make, is when they first learn how to spin pound, they just start doing it everywhere. At the start of Kingdoms, along, you know, and at the start of Chapel and stuff. But generally, if you're just going in a straight line across flat ground, it's actually faster just to initiate a roll by pressing ZL and Y and then start rolling.
Yeah.
Sometimes the fast strats that don't save time.
Yeah, especially in the early Kingdoms, you can see it, like a runner who just started learning
Do
how
it in
to spin
Frog
pound.
Room and then the start of Cascade and then the
Yeah,
start of
yeah.
Sand.
Yeah, and then you see top runners and you're like, wait, why are they not spin pounding at the start of Cascade or Sand? Yeah,
Because it only saves time if you get like a 3-frame spin pound, which
yeah. And even
just about
then,
no one can do
and
consistently.
even then, it barely saves.
It's
Like,
this
it
is not,
maybe
it's like
saves-
2 frames, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's just not worth it.
Yeah. It's easy trap to fall into though, and I think
And I
that's what every
swear,
runner
I
has.
swear in bunnies, it loses like a second when I do that. When I do a spin pound at the start of bunnies,
Well, you can buffer that roll at the start of bunnies, can't you?
yeah, but like if
Yeah.
you do a spin pound there, it loses like a second.
Pajulu! That was strange. He didn't dive onto the wall, or he didn't get his dive or something. He didn't bonk and just managed
Yeah,
to
because
capture
he
on
didn't.
top.
Yeah, he didn't try to dive.
Okay.
If Cappy is like stuck there, you don't
Mhm.
want to do anything and just do another wall jump and get up like that, because if you try to dive, you are going to bonk.
Yeah. Here we go. LightRon is putting Hat on the Bowser and entering the final bit of the game. It's going to take a miracle for Pajulu to catch up, as he's
Like
fighting Bowser right now.
invisible wall and death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect LightRon to go for 2DSS. Why would he?
Exactly. When you have this much of a lead, you can take as much time as you want. But it
Yeah.
would be really cool.
But like if you do 2DSS and then you die, that's going to.
Oh no.
Ah! He teased us. He
He's
teased
just stone faced while he's doing that as well.
I thought he was going to smile at us or something.
Yeah, I know.
I was looking at the camera like, where is it?
Yeah, to be fair, I usually like to comment on people's cameras. Now he's giving us a smile.
Ah, now he's smiling.
Yeah.
He
I
heard
usually
us.
like to comment on people's face cams and stuff during races, but you know, LightRon's he's just been in the zone. He's been absolutely laser focused on the run. Yeah, he's deafened in the call, so he must be listening on YouTube, so he only heard us a few seconds after. But here we go, entering pillars, the final minute of the run. Capcham's in chat, everyone. If Saren has been able to...
Those shots. LightRon should learn how to center the camera there.
Yeah.
Like, when I learned that, it saved me so much time.
Do with 7TV, let's go. Everyone puts your Capchams. Alright, is he going to get invisible? Pajulu's final chance.
Nope.
Awesome. Very, very good run.
Wait, it's not over.
It's not over yet. He could do an alpha rad and jump off before getting the wire. He's good. Finishing up with, I believe, a
39? Yeah.
Very well done. Yeah.
38
really,
on the sheet.
cool, yeah. Really exceptionally played, honestly. Like we said, with or without the mistakes, Pajulu would have had a very, very hard time beating that run.
Yeah. Saved 2 minutes over his run against VGR.
Really, yeah. Well, I mean, he said he was feeling more confident today, so he must have gone over and practiced some of the bits that messed him up. Yeah, Pajulu's now just finishing out the run. I mean, all things considered, Pajulu is still playing very well.
It's absolutely not horrible.
Exactly, yeah, because although there were a few big mistakes, everything in between those mistakes was super clean. I mean, we were very, very impressed with Pajulu's movement.
Yeah, and LightRon only missed Pajulu's PB by 10 seconds. You know, it's really
Yeah. Exactly,
not
yeah.
much Pajulu but
Yeah. And this will probably be a lower mid 101, which again is a very, very good time. I mean, like objectively, that is better than 99% of players could get.
It's going to be like a
A 35, so I think. Oh.
like a 20.
Oh, okay. What is after LightRon? I've never seen that before. Oh, yeah.
101.19.
Very good. Really interesting race today. Congratulations, Pajulu. Congratulations, LightRon, for finishing it out. I think he is still in the call for an interview. Yes, he's just unmuted. How are you feeling, LightRon? Congratulations on the win.
Thanks a lot. I feel way better than yesterday. It feels good to get a solo in this league.
Yeah,
It really
exactly.
helps for confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence and
Yeah,
I'm gonna need
you
those
beat
times.
Gerardo run by 2 minutes. You know.
Yeah, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you played really, really well, and we were super impressed the whole way through. So definitely a well-deserved victory, and hopefully you're de-rusted and warmed up enough now to play this well for the rest of the tournament. We'll hope so.
Yeah, hopefully, yes. Yeah, it's really weird because it's really a coin flip in races. You can do a really good one and a really bad. It plays on nothing. But yeah, I'm really happy to get this time. I'm gonna need those to be able to win, if possible, because there are too many good runners in this league, and there's no way you will pull out a victory with a bad time. So,
Exactly, yeah, exactly. But yeah, congratulations, LightRon. Nobody go anywhere because we do have another race coming up next. It is Danny Geffen versus G-Man. It'll be me commentating again, but with Eden 8 as the other commentator.
More COP crew. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. All of the Change of Face crew. But yeah, thank you, Dan, for commentating with me. It's been absolutely lovely. And
wait, we got Pajulu in the waiting room right now.
Wait. Oh, Pajulu.
Hello.
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 Yeah.
Hi, Pajulu.
How are you feeling?
I'm kind of tilted, but that luncheon was something.
Yeah.
Definitely something.
A little bit of a meltdown at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, LightRon had a really good run. Not that much that you could have done.
Yeah, unless I DB'd, like I was pretty much.
Exactly, yeah. It was unfortunate, but we were saying we've been very impressed with your movement. You've done some pretty cool stuff.
You just need to get a little bit more
Big
consistent.
Exactly, yeah. It was just the big mistakes that let you down, unfortunately. But you still played really well, and it was super interesting to watch. So, congratulations.
If you get just a little bit more consistent, you can definitely get a 58. So.
Yeah, I'm trying. I should also play more because I haven't been playing too much recently.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everyone.
I mean, you still did the new bullet building route. So.
Yeah, I learned that.
That's
like,
kind of new.
2 days ago, and the triple jump.
Same.
Oh my gosh. yeah. Triple jump leg flip was insane.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get that. In practice, I'm getting like 1-4.
Especially after the mistake, you were like, whatever, I'm just going to try it.
No, I wanted to try it anyways, but
Okay.
didn't expect to get it.
Yeah, we will.
Risky draft.
We will have to wrap it up there. Thank you for coming in for a quick interview, Pajulu. And yeah, thank you both races. You both gave us a really good match. Thank you, Dan. And apparently it's Danny Geffen versus Tylo Tech. The scheduling has changed a bit. But yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in around 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.